Whew, things are about to get a little bit spicy, baby. So we are officially in the week of Superman. And can you believe James Gunn is saying that the film doesn't have to be a huge hit in order to succeed? However, I feel that this could be cope. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. There's something going on with Superman pre-sales that I feel it is time to have a conversation about. Now look, before I get started, do you boy three major favors. Please hit that subscribe button. Then after you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying subscribers that content creators has uploaded videos to that platform. Hitting that notification bell certainly helps. And don't forget to hit that like button to help me out with that algorithm, baby. Now let's get into today's news. This article is coming from comicbookmovie.com. If you're familiar with the 4KO, you will know that this is my preferred site to get my news from. So shout out to them for continuing to bring the noise. It is titled, James Gunn maintains that Superman doesn't need to be a huge box office hit to succeed. We've heard repeatedly that the DCU's future hinges on Superman's success. Lanterns and Supergirl are far enough into production that we're getting them whatever happens. But if Superman bombs, will Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav pull the plug on the DC Studios experiment? There's a high possibility. The man outright canceled Batgirl, even though that film was ready to be released. We would have got that movie 2 years ago. A ways away for whatever it is that James Gunn is trying to do, or should I say attempting to do with that of DC. So we could have gotten that film and have been done with it by now. But David Zaslav wrote it off. So think about that for a second. All of the power lies with the idiot. All right. Some would have you to believe so, but Superman director and DC Studios co-CEO James Gunn maintains that that's not the case. Talking to GQ, the filmmaker maintained that the reboot is not the riskiest endeavor in the world. He added, is there something riding on it? Yeah, but it's not as big as people make it out to be. They hear these numbers that the movie's only going to be successful if it makes $700 million or something, and that's just complete and utter nonsense. It doesn't need to be as big of a situation as people are saying. First up, let me point out that we know math. We have been doing this for a very long time, and we understand what a film needs to make relative to its budget in order to be successful. This is delusional. All right, let me tell you exactly why Mr. Gunn is tampering his expectations. This is coming from Empire City Box Office. If you're not familiar with this guy, he is like one of the #1 people on boxofficetheory.com. And this is what he's saying. Check out the wording here. Tracking update for Superman is nothing has changed. The range currently is at 90 million to 125, with the high end factoring decent reviews and good word of mouth, and the low end reflective more of current sales. Let me say that one more time. The low end is reflective of current sales. So the $90 million is the true high end. That ain't the low end. And let me add here, could go bigger with spectacular reviews, but right now trending closer to low end. So if it's trending closer to the low end, that is the definitive high end, ladies and gentlemen. You have to check the wording here. Yeah, you can trick some fool or some mutant monkey, but you can't trick the 4KO. I am a master at this, well past a pro. That wording, I caught it immediately, right after I read it. The $90 million is the high end. And let me tell you something else. This is coming from another source. The pre-sales in China for James Gunn's Superman has been terrible, with the film getting 77% 77% less than Aquaman 2. The King of the Seas ended up failing at the box office, so this is a bad sign for Superman. Let me say that one more time, Dr. Umar style. Superman is getting 77% less ticket sales than that of Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Let's go to boxofficemojo.com. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom grossed a total of $65 million in China. Its opening weekend was $33 million. And there's no way that Superman gets the support that Aquaman has gotten in the past. This is why I say that this man is coping. He is coping. If the film's budget is $250, you need at least $700 million worldwide to break even. It is common sense, my man. While you're out there trying to tell people otherwise. And speaking of cope, man, you should see the guys in my comment section. They are coping just as much as James Gunn right now. How much do you want to bet? They are also going to leave a comment and tell me it doesn't have to make $1 billion. But they are the same people who were saying that it was going to make $1 billion, especially after those trailer views. If this film fails to open to over $100 million in its domestic opening weekend, it is going to be quite embarrassing for James Gunn, DC Studios, Warner Brothers, and those out there who has been in defense mode ever since this film has been announced. $90 million being the high end is real. It is real. Everything points to less interest in this movie with each clip, each time that James Gunn opens his mouth. Every time something is released regarding this film, the expectations goes down. Pay attention. Just pay attention. And those mutant monkeys out there, let me tell you something. You guys asked for this. You guys said that you wanted DC to go in a different route. You said that you wanted DC to be great. But here it is. We're still in the same situation that we were in 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. And I know many people believe that one film would gather good fate regarding that of DC. No, the hell it's not. No, it's not. See, y'all are going off of that Avengers model, right? You know, the first few Marvel films really and truly didn't make no money. Then the Avengers came out and it just exploded. What you need to understand here is, when it comes to the Avengers, it was the notion that they were connected to Disney, which at that time was the #1 family brand in the world. Anything that was connected to Disney was going to explode. Warner Brothers doesn't have that. They don't have the same reputation as Disney as being a family-friendly business. So Marvel took advantage of that situation, which is why I always told you guys, back when DC was with Zack Snyder and they was opening to $100 million and making $800 million worldwide per film, I said that that was good results, especially when you were making films targeted towards adults. So with that being said, people need to understand, this is the Man of Steel and not the man of conversation. I'm your boy O. Hopefully you have watched this video all the way to the end, help your boy out with that algorithm. And if you're not subscribed, please be sure to do so. I'm trying to reach that big number of 100,000 subs. So I'll be highly appreciative. You will help me cross over that threshold by hitting that subscribe button. Then after you hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit that notification bell, because YouTube absolutely sucks at notifying subscribers that content creators has uploaded videos to their platform. Hitting that notification bell certainly helps. And don't forget to hit that like button to help me out with that algorithm, baby. But in the comments below, let me know what do you think about the true high end of James Gunn's Superman opening weekend, which is $90 million. Do you feel that it will open higher, or do you feel, or should I say, do you know that it's going to open lower? And always remember, laissez la bon temps rouler. That means let the good times roll. But let me know in the comments below.